get you to the food truck, and now there's a sort of fetish about food trucks. That is a new thing. I mean, that's not. There were forums about food trucks before, but it took a couple days to get to Cincinnati, whatever. Now it's like, where is it? Is it turn right there? I mean, maybe right now we are actually at a categorically different moment with this technology. And I'm not, I don't want to be uncritical about technology, but the forum, and I talked to Jim Ware about the starting these forums, or those sometimes they devolve quickly, and he's on there monitoring and stuff. They always do. All those forums devolve quickly, but when you marry that sort of that sort of interaction with mobile devices that tell you, it's on this street, we might actually be at a new place, sort of, that has new opportunities. Let me have.
I think we're underestimating what can happen online. I taught online at the university, and I felt as if the best teaching I did was a children's lit course I created online, because people in their small groups could talk to each other. And writing is a way of knowing. There was a lot of learning. There was a lot of exchange of ideas. And if what one wants is a lot of participation, I could get more participation with people in their groups brainstorming than in the classroom. And they could get a lot more experience writing. So something I wondered as you were talking is what is the need to be under a physical roof when you could be bouncing ideas against each other online? It seems to me so empowering. I don't understand why all my friends don't want to do that all the time, as a matter of fact.
But I'm going to let you ask that question 1 second, but let me just, my own experience, I know for certain that when I used to work in an office in Silicon Valley, in fact, the things that formerly took literally 2 minutes of exchange, did you put slot A in tab B, or was it slot B in tab A? Now literally take an hour of a sort of a web conference meeting where, because you don't know these people and you don't have a sort of shared experience and context, intimacy, well, you guys got to clear the groundwork a lot. The agenda for this, I'm sorry, did somebody just join? Okay. There's a lot of protocols, so much overhead that literally that 2 minutes, it takes an hour, and it costs IBM a fortune.
But a counter-argument to that is that without these modern communication technologies, that I wouldn't have been able to move to Wilmington and have a specialist, a guy who does some work for us in San Francisco. It would have been very difficult without email, without video conferencing. So it's enabled me to live where I want to live, which is Wilmington, and still be able to do business with this guy, because I can't be next to him face-to-face every day.
And that's the guy you want.
And that's the guy I want.
Well, discussing and quantifying these things in real time as they're happening, which is a lot easier said than done.
To the under the same roof comment, though, how many companies have spun out of relationships that were formed in Buenos Aires? I mean, you've had companies like 2 guys just randomly have a conversation, an idea sparks, and that's the ecosystem that I'm talking about. That that Lawrence talks about, walking out in the backyard and seeing the neighbor. That's the ecosystem that I'm referencing.
But at the same time, I mean, they go hand in hand. At the same time, Gary and John had a 26-year-old programmer from Kiev in the Ukraine camp out of Buenos Aires, who they found online, liked the work she'd done, tested her out a little bit, and flew her over here. This girl, 26-year-old from Kiev, never would have had the honor of coming to the port city without.
Well, I don't think it has to be one or the other, like you said about.
No, they complement each other.
I also go to grad school online, predominantly online, place-based as well as online, and I think the academic community and the academic situation can absolutely be optimized in that certain case. For certain people who have that aptitude and that sort of thing and want to do it, but that situation isn't necessarily it is absolutely different in a lot of ways than a business situation or a social backyard situation or whatever. And so it's not necessarily like one's better than the other, but there's just these differences again that have to be sort of quantified in real time and sort of reacted to and then changed and then.
Yeah, look what technology's done for people with disabilities also. That's just now
But Wilmington Tickets seems to be a new product offered by the Star District, right? How is that doing, and is it driving more folks to buy more tickets?
It's doing well. I mean, it's something we just started. Obviously, selling tickets is something that's new for us. was. And for those who don't know, what Wilmington Tickets is sort of a much smaller version of, say, Ticketmaster for local venues here. And so we help people sell their tickets online. And so it's going well. It's going better than we thought it would go at this point. I mean, we're sort of feeling our way through, and we are selling a decent amount of tickets right now. I think our challenge right now is, okay, now we need to figure out a much better way to market it. Of course, we have the Star News we're marketing with, a much better way to market it online.
I'll give you a personal testimony. I'm about to have a sales call from the Star News about Wilmington Tickets, and I had seen the Blues Festival was advertising, so I reached out to Mike Nichols, who's the coordinator of the Blues Festival, and he said it was going along a lot better than he expected. He said the offer came in too good to be true, and it's pleased him. So it seems it's something we talked about in our strategic planning was we need a portal where we've got these 5 live theaters downtown, but no one place to get all the tickets. What's playing Thursday night? And well, I want to see Lady and the Tramp, I want to see this, and I should be able to click a button and buy my tickets on the street corner.
Well, and if you're a land, his competency is knowing everything there is to know about blues.
Right.
He doesn't know how to do the sort of ticket. I mean, all that infrastructure is very much similar to those server guys who you have to. You had to be concerned with server administration, and you aren't anymore. You could outsource this because it's not what you care about. Land just cares about blues. He could lose a lot of time thinking about how to sell tickets, but instead it's a service and just use that term.
And the advantage of the service is not only are they selling the tickets for you, but they're marketing it. They're marketing the fact that they're selling the tickets for you.
Right.
And it becomes a trusted third-party resource as opposed to this ubiquitous e-text or
right, so e-text or Eventbrite or whatever. Yeah, they can do it, but they're not going to be able to market to you. We market to folks locally, and that's, I think, the real advantage.
Well, it also speaks to the factionalization too. It's all one place instead of piecemeal. Because I never know what's going on in Wilmington because there's one spot that you can go. I mean, other than WBI is also kind of, but that still is just downtown.
It's amazing. She's on
Seems
first
like-
meeting before you.